Okay, so let's start looking at local search, and you know, we can say it's triggered by search queries with a local intent or not. So some of them, you know, if it's real local, it may just go to local anyway.
Before we get into this, I have one question about the overall. You created a website, you now want to generate traffic. Is it a good rule of thumb to just go back and determine your keywords, do a paid keyword campaign, and sort of start generating traffic to that site?
Paid, if you want to, in other words, what you're saying is to kickstart it a little faster. I recommend that you do both. But if you want, definitely at the launch of your site, if you do paid search, that would help you get up there more quickly. Definitely. It gets your results going on those keywords. And I'll be talking a little bit about the one other thing that you need to think about is your landing page. Whenever you do paid search, of course, because you want to drive it to the right place. You're paying for it. Whenever you pay for traffic, you have to be very careful about your conversion because those go hand in hand. So it sounds like you know that. And then you have you have both with local search, you have organic results, and you also have paid local results. Let's look at a result page, because this is really, I mean, if you, and this is just a good tip for everybody, that if you want to find out how to get there, you have to look at the results on the page and look at how do people get there and sort of take the page apart. We call this the SERP, Search Engine Result Page. They actually have a little SERP, Search Engine Result Page. And I think it's very important if you want to do it yourself kind of person, or even if you want to understand an agency that's working with you and why you're not where you are. So if you are in local search, you want to be in the local 10-box result. Now, this is a search that is a web search. So it's important to know which search it is that you're in. So if you're in a web search rather than an image search or one of the other verticals, you have to know that, okay, this is a web search, okay? Now, this is for flower delivery in Boston, Massachusetts. So obviously, there are only 10 people that can be in that top 10 box. So the question then is, how can you get there? I mean, I'm going to actually share that with you a little later so that you know how to get there. So if you don't do a certain number of things, you're not going to be there. It's like that Las Vegas thing. If you're not there, you're not there. And whoever is working with you, if they haven't placed you there, you're not going to be there. Then here are the organic results. And again, if you click on any of these websites down here, the owner of that site will not be charged any money for that. And I'm not going to talk about the other ones yet. Okay, now, here's another web result. Okay, and here's local again. Now, here's somebody who just typed in pizza, but they're getting local results anyway. So this is one of those targeted, and this is real. This was taken from the internet. So this was basically, done without putting in a geo-targeted modifier. So you can see that they're still serving that person, local results. So that's important to. Now again, the top 10 box is a little lower, but it's still there, so you still want to be there. Now, this is a very, very important local search engine because a lot of people, there is a large percentage, and I know that there's a gentleman in the back that probably wants to know the number, if you're a numbers person. I don't know exactly how many people search in the Maps section specifically, but if you go to Google Maps, which a lot of people do, and it's a high percentage, it's not a small percentage, because people want to know where, if they're doing a local search, where that place is. So you basically have to also be registered in Google Maps if you want to be on the map result. And then you see the little balloon. And those are all organic search results. So you need to optimize for those keywords that people would be looking for in that particular arena. Okay, so let's say you're in the maps now, and you want to use that to figure out what you want to click somewhere. Okay, here's what happens when you click. How many people use Google Maps a lot, and you're familiar with the process here? Great. So you can see that if you click here, you're going to get an info box. Okay, so that info box now gives you information. But what you may not know from a search perspective is you do not get a link to the website from this info box. There's a reason that they do that. Okay, so if you're looking to be everywhere, the person that's looking for you may get to this info box. They open it up and there's no link, so they have to go back and click on the actual link from the web result.